Welcome back YouTube, VST here at Speedtest. I have the usual suspect here, the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra, the Exynos 2200 version. And here guys, on my right hand side, I have the small phone, small but yet powerful. There's the Xiaomi 12, running the latest Snapdragon 8gen1 generation, 8GB of RAM, 3GB of additional RAM. Here I have 12GB of physical RAM and then another 2 of virtual RAM. So we are going to do a speed test between the Galaxy S22 Ultra and the Xiaomi 12, which by far is really a great phone, and I'm testing this the last few days, so expect next week a full review of the Xiaomi 12. Both phones are running the latest operating systems. Here we have the One UI 4.1 running Android 12, security patch from June, which is actually quite nice. Here we have MIUI 13, 13.0, 17, Android 12 as well, and I think we have the security patch from May. So Xiaomi falling a bit behind Samsung, but I mean it's very hard to keep pace with Samsung because Samsung updates their phone even sometimes quicker and faster than even Google updates the Pixel. What we're gonna do right now, we are going to make sure that all the applications are closed, all right? And also guys, we're gonna be starting the CPU monitor so that we are able to monitor also the temperature. In this speed test, I'm gonna start some of the application that I mainly use. The idea is to see which one is gonna load faster and quicker. As we can see right now, both phones run at exactly the same operating temperatures. I have here in my room something like 27 ambient temperature, no AC, so it is a bit hot. So after we do compare a bit of a social applications, I will also run some games and then of course also compare some benchmarks like the AnTuTu and of course also 3D Mark. So let's make sure that we just have the CPU monitor open and we're gonna start with the first test, if of course my cat will allow me to do so. So starting with first test, gonna be social, opening the folder. First thing we're gonna open is Telegram. All right. Yeah, I think the Samsung loaded a bit quicker, so let's just see how the scrolling behaves. Both phones, by the way, run on 120 Hz. As we now have open Telegram, I'm gonna make sure to scroll just at the end of the list. The whole idea of doing that is at some point to go back and see which of this phone will keep the application in the background and which of course is gonna refresh it, the one with the bigger RAM configuration or this one. The next thing is Messenger in 3, 2, 1. All right, here definitely the Xiaomi 12 took the lead. All right, let's do the same. We're gonna just go at the end of this. My cat is trying to obstruct the process, but nevertheless, we are going to continue. The next application is gonna be Facebook. All right, let's stay tuned. 3, 2, 1, let's do this. Here, the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra taking the lead on this one. Okay, let's just scroll down to something like this. All right, I'm just looking for some colorful images for testing the refresh background application after this. This one is good. All right, so I'm just gonna minimize it right now. Let's check how much we have in the RAM. We have exactly those applications that we have opened, and we are now going to continue with the Instagram. 3, 2, 1, let's do this. Oh, all right, Xiaomi 12 really killing it. Okay, let's just test the scrolling. About the same. All right, let's try to access the camera. All right, yep, I think the Xiaomi 12 was a bit quicker. I'm not sure, so I'm just gonna have to do this one more time. Let's do it one more time. Yeah, definitely the camera loading inside Instagram was quicker when we did it in the Mi 12. The next application I'm gonna test is Snapchat, starting in 3, 2, 1. Let's do this. All right, the S22 Ultra, I think just by a tiny bit, but was quicker. So let's just try to see what happens if we go and try to scroll. I think pretty much about the same. Let's see if we open the camera. Okay. Yeah, I think it's pretty much about the same. So no big surprises there. All right, let's try to continue with our test. And guys, this is gonna be TikTok in 3, 2, 1. Okay, loaded here for the first time. All right. Let's open the camera. Okay, let's try to see how quick we can go to the following part. Okay, it's about the same, I think, scrolling wise and etc. So let's try to leave this here with Mr. Who's the Boss on the main memory. It's time to test some of the Google applications, and the first thing is gonna be Google Chrome in 3, 2, 1. Let's do this. Xiaomi 12, I think just by a tiny bit, but Xiaomi 12 was the quicker one. Let's try to see the scrolling part. somehow the scrolling feels a bit more smoother here. I'm not sure, is it the screen size, is it the resolution? This one is WQHD, this one, guys, here is running FHD, could be the case, but I think Xiaomi 12 started Chrome a bit quicker. Now let's see what happens when we start Gmail in 3, 2, 1, let's do this. Yeah, okay, here this was the better one, the quicker one, all right. Scrolling wise, I think both phones doing great. And now it's about time to test some of the media applications. First thing, of course, is Spotify in 3, 2, 1, let's start it. Snapdragon or Exynos? Oh, Snapdragon 8gen1 was quicker again. Don't expect some miracles or say some very big gaps. It was quicker just by a tiny bit. Let's just try to see the scrolling. Let's go to my library. Let's go to my liked songs. Yep, this time somehow the Exynos was a bit quicker. Let's go back to home. Okay, one more time, my library. All right, let's go to, let's say, this album. Yeah, I think they were like on par. Now let's test also the Mixcloud. It's another app that I use listening to music, to some mixed music, which is quite nice. 3, 2, 1. This one, definitely S22 Ultra was quicker. Let's just try to do some scrolling. I think scrolling wise, it's pretty much the same. Now let's go to my library, almost the same. Now let's go to the live part. Yep, somehow this was the quicker one. Let's check the temperatures one more time before I start the benchmarks. 35, 34 degree. It is about the same, which is quite nice to see, right? These two chips working and operating under almost the same temperature. Now, again, what I do have as an ambient temperature here at home is 27 Celsius. It's going to be interesting to see who is going to finish first, the Snapdragon 8gen1 or the Exynos 2200, and the scores, of course. So starting in 3, 2, 1, let's do this. It's interesting to see how the GeekBench on the Snapdragon 8gen1 takes here the lead, as we can just see with 10%. So I do have a feeling that the Exynos will not be able to catch up. We are here almost at 50%, right? And here 30 something. So yeah. But okay, let's not give a final verdict on this Speedtest GeekBench and just wait until the end. As we can just see, the Exynos is trying to catch up, so it's gonna be like a tough fight. Actually, yeah, Exynos was able to catch up, very interesting, right? Of course, this is just synthetic benchmarks, but still it's fun to do so. So let's just see who will finish first and of course compare the points. We are almost at the end, and as you can just see, the Exynos is giving a hard try. And 100%, so the Snapdragon 8gen1 was first with a single core score of 1123 and multi-core score 3265, which is not really something unseen on the Exynos 2000, but it's really interesting to see that it kind of beats, the Xiaomi 12 kind of beats the S22 Ultra with probably something like 10-15 seconds, and now, yeah, alright, single core score, you can just see. By the way, I'm not sure, I get this fluctuation, guys, I can just show you on my history, sometimes even lower, right? This is probably about like the highest score I was able to get, I'm not sure. Some people are saying that I did not really win anything in the chip lottery. I just think it's normal, and it's because of this chip fluctuation. You can also see that the Xiaomi 12 was even able to put a score of 1222 and almost like 3500. But since those are only benchmarks, I always say take this with caution. And with that said, we are going to start now AnTuTu, which is actually going to be quite interesting. As the phone are heating up right now, it's going to be interesting to see how they hold up. 41 degrees, 40 degrees, 39. So yeah, interesting. Both chips are, yeah, on the hotter side. So they like it hot. Some people are even comparing the Snapdragon 8gen1 with the Qualcomm 810, which kind of was a monster in terms of heat generation, etc. But it is what it is. So let's just try to start the AnTuTu benchmark and just see, because that's a speed test, guys. I just want to see who's gonna finish first. So starting in 3, 2, 1, let's do this. What is interesting to see is how the S22 Ultra somehow has choppy graphics. Oh, and yep, this is indeed interesting, guys. I was really hoping to not get this, but this is one of the sad realities when you put, like, say, this very powerful and very hot chip like the Qualcomm Snapdragon 8gen1 into this smaller phone. So cooling is a bit of a problem, and I was even not able to finish here the AnTuTu. I will leave this into the video because I want people to be aware. Alright, so we're not sure who was about to finish first. It is what it is. So I stopped also the AnTuTu on my S22 Ultra, and now checking the temps, and you can just see this thing is running really hot. 45 degrees, guys. That's no joke here. All right, it's time to check how 3D Mark Wildlife Extreme Test will work on both phones, and actually who's gonna finish first, because remember that's speed test, and I need to say it, even if the Xiaomi 12 is able to finish this test. So let's check in 3, 2, 1, let's do this. Interestingly enough, just by doing this test, I have the same observation as I had when we did AnTuTu, like just the Xiaomi is able to put a bit more frames. And I think I was right. We can also see it here. Although the S22 Ultra finished the test first, it scored a lower score with almost like 220 scores, and also the average frame rate is higher, or was higher, on the Xiaomi 12. So overall, I think it is what it is. As this is a speed test, I think speed test wise this was quicker, but I think performance wise we just see that the Snapdragon 8gen1 with the Adreno here takes a bit of a lead compared to the Exynos and the AMD graphics card here. Checking the temps one more time, we see that they're about the same. Now remember, all the applications that we have opened in the beginning, all right? It started with Telegram. So now let's check which of those applications are still in the memory with the exact state that we left them, or once I open them from the recent menu, they are going to refresh, meaning like, yeah, they have been killed in the background. So let's start with Telegram. Oh, both phones refreshed it, okay. Was not stored in the memory. Okay, now let's go to the Facebook Messenger. Remember, I was at the end of my chat, so if I open it and if I'm there, then I will know, okay, it was saved. This state was saved into the memory. So Messenger, all right, no chance. Refreshed again. Okay, that's cool. I just think that everything is probably going to be refreshed. Now let's try to open Instagram. Yep, definitely refreshed again. So, okay, that's a bit weird, but it is what it is. And this is pretty much how Android works. Now let's try TikTok, guys. If I open TikTok on both phones and I still see Mr. Who's the Boss, at least this specific video, then I know the app was not refreshed. So open it. Yeah, absolutely refreshed, guys. This is absolutely refreshed. Okay, so I think it's all clear. Now let's try to open the camera just for the fun. All right, in 3, 2, 1, let's do this. Yeah, it was the same. I think it was pretty much the same. Okay, now let's just close it. All right, I'm just going to open it again. Yeah, I think Xiaomi 12 takes a bit of a lead here. One more time. Definitely Xiaomi 12 a bit quicker. And now, guys, let's try to open some games. So the first game I'm going to open is Alto's Odyssey in 3, 2, 1. A bit quicker here, the logo. About the same right now. Who is gonna show the loading screen first? The S22 Ultra, I think, taking the lead. Yeah, and now it's about the same. It's about the same, guys, although starting from scratch, I think the S22 Ultra managed to have a bit of a lead there. Absolutely identical right now, as you can just see, it is absolutely identical. So I don't think that this lead meant something. All right, so that's cool. Now let's open Asphalt in 3, 2, 1. Let's do this. All right, a bit quicker here. Yeah, so definitely S22 Ultra taking a win here, really with a very, very, very short lead. And wow, the game itself, guys, was loaded quicker on the Snapdragon 8gen1 or not? No, I think so. I think so. Although the S22 Ultra was able to start a bit quicker, eventually, guys, I just think that the Xiaomi 12 took the lead, and you are able to play the game on the Xiaomi 12 a bit faster, a bit quicker. I mean, loading times here definitely better than what I see. but yeah, not so much. So guys, this has been really the speed test. Let me know what you think down below in the comments. Do you want to get more videos like this comparing the Ultra Naked? Do you want to get more videos like this comparing the S22 Ultra Exynos 2200 with the Xiaomi 12 Snapdragon 8 Gen 1 and etc.? So please stay safe guys, you and your families, and catch up with you in one of my next videos. With that said, VST over and bye.